Hi guys, welcome to Structure. So today in this video, what we are going to see is the Nifty analysis, post-market as well as pre-market analysis. So what we are going to see is let's start with the pre-market analysis. So pre-market analysis, global markets closed negative, but the futures were positive for the day, and the SGX Nifty was also positive by 40 to 50 points. And I was expecting Nifty to open a gap up, slight gap up, and that is what has actually happened. So now what will happen is we need to know where will be the Nifty support. So what I told is Nifty support will be at 11,050. So how did I predict 11,050 will be the support? It is very simple, price action theory only. So this is what I said, 11,057 was there, right? And 11,050 was the support, which I told. And one more thing is there was a Virgin CPR also was there. So I predicted 11,050 below will be bit tough to go further down. So 11,050 will be a good support zone. So and then what I told on Reliance is Reliance, if you guys watch the weekend analysis, what I have shared, I clearly told that Reliance will remain sideways. So let's go and check for Reliance once. Sorry guys, so let me go by this Reliance. I shared on Thursday. Every day I talk about Reliance, I feel. Okay, again on buyer bill, please don't book Reliance 24th, 5th, Monday, pre-market analysis. Okay, so I have shared something about Reliance. Reliance is again bullish, but and has no resistance for now. One can try with Fibonacci and resistance, and as it has moved nearly 240 points plus in the last week, I'm expecting Reliance to be sideways in the current week. So now let's watch what happened to Reliance. So just check Reliance, what has happened. Reliance last week, if you guys see from here, it has blasted 1,902 till 2,163, nearly 160 points it has moved. And if you guys see for current week, it has moved from 2198 to 20, nearly 150 points were moved. 140 points it has moved. And see how, this is how I predicted. See, the market can go bullish, but somewhere it has to form a higher low or a sideways nature to accumulate or to distribute something, they will be doing it. And that is how I predicted that Reliance might be a sideways nature. And if you guys see with respect to CPR, so this is the CPR, weekly CPR. See the CPR of the last week and see the CPR of the current week. So I expected that, okay, Reliance will be having a sort of sideways nature, and that is what I expected, and that is what has actually happened. Clear? So with respect to Dow theory or with respect to price action, I felt like this has moved a lot, so it has to come down, make a higher low or a sideways nature. That is what I expected, and even CPR also told Reliance will not go further up because it has to consolidate for some time, and that is what has actually happened. And then what I told on Monday, let's go to the, So and I'm expecting Nifty to open positive, and after opening positive, we need to know how the price action is happening so that we will be able to take a trade on that. So what has happened is Nifty, after getting opened as a gap up, it started moving down, but then it again got a buying pressure and started moving up when it was nearing the support S1. So what has happened is Nifty has Nifty has closed exactly at CPR. So whenever a candle is opening or closing at a CPR, what would happen is the day will remain range bound, or the targets of R1 and S1 is possible. As the CPR was very wide, I will not be expecting the candle to break CPR and move further up. So I was expecting the market to go down towards S1 and exactly taken support at S1. Clear? And this is how I today gave a call in the group for taking a put option, and that is how it also went. I was expecting market to travel the near S1, and that is what has actually happened. And then rest all are about the weekly stocks, narrow CPR stocks, and the positional stocks, and I hope people would have seen already. So what happens when price roams near CPR? So whenever the price is roaming near CPR, it will be a range bound scenario, and that is what has actually happened. So whenever a range bound scenario is happening, the thing is like it will not move, the candles or the price will not move beyond the CPR. It will be consolidating near the CPR or within CPR and R1 or within CPR and S1. And today exactly the same has happened. And then I gave a view on Biocon. If you guys see, yeah, Biocon here. Biocon, I'm a bit bullish for now. There is no reversals in. Let's track this for some days. CMP is 399.8. 360 might be a zone to watch. Okay. So this was updated on July 28th. Let's see what happened on Biocon. Fine. So July 28th. So July 28th, this candle has formed. This was the candle which was clearly shown. And what has happened actually is, when I posted it, one of our friend asked that, I think you have made a typo, it should be bearish. But I said, no, you guys can watch it over here itself. Is Biocon bullish? Maybe a typo error. I said, I am bullish, bro. That's why I said I'm a bit bullish. No reversal seen, not a reversal seen. Also mentioned 360 zone to watch. I see it in a different side. If it works well, I will share the same analysis to you alone, as you asked about it. So what I told is like, I could see Biocon in a different way, that Biocon can give a reversal at any time. Maybe, let me say something to you guys. Maybe the reversal may be coming because of this red line, whatever I have shown. This red line was acting as a resistance when Biocon was roaming at this zone in June month. So maybe because of price action, I would have told that, but not because of price action. It has some other theory inside it. So what I have told him is like, I have asked him to let me know about his free time, so that I'll be making a video for him to have a discussion with him, and there I'll be sharing the content to him. And once after that, I'll be uploading the same video in the channel. So I would request each and everyone to at least analyze before that what would have happened, how he would have told it, how I would have predicted it. So what else? So this is what, and this is the put option call which I gave to the group, and then I shared to the channel also. So how did I predict the put option? I will tell you guys. So if you guys see, I'll just see over here, a high has been formed, and from here a low has been formed. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Then I thought, okay, what will happen when the candles are closing near CPR? It will be a range bound, and the targets of R1 and S1 is possible. So if suppose we are going to short over here, what would be our SL? Our SL I will keep as this high, I will be keeping it. Clear? If suppose the SL is hit, okay, then market is going to reverse. If suppose the SL is not going to hit, it has to break this low and then has to touch S1. So that is how you need to time the market. Then I clearly told that by put option 135, the stop loss will be 120 or the swing high, and then you can go for it, and it has made $165, 165 points. So nearly 30 points from the point I've said with a 15 point SL. So this is how you need to time the market. You need to understand what the chart is saying. You need to understand how the candles open. You need to understand how the CPR is. And CPR, if you guys see, this is the weekly CPR. Okay, so CPR and weekly CPR are combined, and CPR is so wide, the candles cannot penetrate into the CPR. Clear? So that is how I felt, okay, either it should be a range bound scenario, or it should go till S1 to take some support. And that is what clearly happened. It went till S1 to take support, and that is where Virgin CPR was also there. And people will ask, where is the Virgin CPR, when it formed and all those things. Just to go see the Virgin CPR over here. So this is the zone what I was expecting as a support zone, and that is where it has exactly formed. See, do not expect the gap is bit there. Do not expect like that. Market, I cannot be very precise, very accurate. Sometimes these sort of small gaps may happen. So this is what I have said, and then So it went till 165. Then I asked people to trail, and it gave and the TSL was hit at 145. I told that this will not be considered for the weekly performance, because it was a general discussion which happened in the group, and I wanted to share to them that this can be possible. And that is what happened. And even after I asked, I did not ask people to book the profit, but people were very clear that there is a support is there, and that is Virgin support is there, and it can bounce from there, and it was exactly as happened. And this is the point where everyone has to watch. Today's close is very important. If BNF is closing above 21600, then high chances for it to go towards 22,000. If suppose this happens, and if you guys watch Bank Nifty chart, Bank Nifty also closed. Bank Nifty also closed at 21656. So I am expecting 2200000 to occur. It might happen. It is a small range. Just 400 points in Bank Nifty is very easy, because today Bank Nifty moved 500 points. So it is very easy. But if it happens, I will tell you how I predicted it, so that will give you an added advantage or added knowledge to you guys. And Deepak Fertilizers, which I gave in the positional stock update for the week, one of the friend is holding it, and you can see 17% returns he has got till now. Though the quantity might be less, but holding the trade till that time is what actually matters. I think Deepak Fertilizers went till 165, I guess. So another 2%, 19 to 20% he would have got, and hopefully he would have been in good profit. And this is what the post-market analysis I have shared. All the things whatever I have shared in this video, I have already shared in the post-market analysis. Try to check what all has happened, so that you will get an idea on that. And ADF Food, Deepak Nitrate has given a good pullback and started moving upwards. So try to track it for the next week also. Try to get some good returns on that. And then ICICI Bank, I'm seeing a reversal over there. So if ICICI Bank is going to take a support over there, it will push Bank Nifty to higher prices. So anyways, I need to analyze HDFC Bank, because HDFC Bank had a bad news over the week. So maybe because of that, we need to track HDFC Bank to know how long how long it can fall, and where it will be taking a support. So this is all the updates whichever I wanted to say in the post-market analysis. I hope I have shared some useful information over here. I would request each and everyone to watch this video completely, and then track the things in the chat, so that you will be able to get some idea of how I am able to do some analysis on that. So this is what I wanted to share. So in case of any queries, do let me know in the comment section. If you feel the content is good, kindly give a like. If you have any other queries, do let me know in the comment section. Thanks a lot. Stay tuned for more videos.